Alright, for this video, I'm going to do a close-up of the slider knot. It was requested. They couldn't see it well on the last video on the net bag, which I can kind of understand. So we're going to do kind of a close-up, and I'm going to use a bigger material so it's easier to see. This is leather. I tied a loop in it. This would be like for a blanket holder or something on this line. You could have a slider holder on it. You form a loop. Take the end, form a loop. And then I bring the other end around to where it forms, see where you basically start wrapping. And I'll pull the long end that I'll be wrapping through this loop. That kind of secures this end so it doesn't want to come undone. I know it doesn't really look like it at this point, but it will. So what you have looks like that. Okay, then you can get it flipped around so the outside's kind of all pretty if you like. Like so. And then you start wrapping. Bring it around. And while you're doing this, you want to hold it rather tight, because these will loosen up over time, so the tighter you tie it right out of the gate, the less hassle you'll have in your life. As you're doing it, keep it pushed down. And you can pull this loop. If you figure out which one it is, you can pull it tighter. Depends on how many loops you want. You can make the slider as long as you want or as short as you want. With this leather strap, it comes out pretty long pretty quick. And the longer they are, when you get them pulled tight, the more difficult they are to slide. So just bear that in mind. Then when you get the length you want, your loop end that you first formed, pull the end of your leather through, or your cord or whatever. This short end, that's the other end, you start pulling it. And you'll see the loop pull up. You pull it down into it pretty tight, which in turn will work this pretty tight. And then you can trim your ends off. But at that point, you have a slider. You can slide it up and down your leather without any issue. You can also leave your leather long, tie decorative knots in it, put beads on it, whatever, on your slider, depending on what you want. But that's essentially how to do it. It's pretty easy. The work goes pretty quick. If you've got 550 cord, you cut this off, pull it out like this, fuse this end, heat it up, and fuse it into there. Don't get it into your two that you're sliding on, and you'll be okay. Simple knot. Looks complicated, but it's really not. Easily done with a little bit of practice.